Allah has provided in His creation to protect ourselves against accidents happening or happening again. It's not a matter of saying astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah min kulli dhanbin aznabtuhu amadan wa khata'an or something like that. This means nothing. This is about taking practical steps not to fall in the same pit again. I leave this with me and with yourself, knowing that we are full of intelligence and full of responsibility for what we can do with good things when we hear them. فَاسْتَغْفِرُوهُ إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. Brothers and sisters, part of the training of the Prophet. This Prophet wasn't born educated. He wasn't born with 15 parts of the Qur'an in his brains. He didn't know anything of the Qur'an before. He was taught the Qur'an. And the Qur'an bears testimony to that. In chapter 55, RHMA allama al-Qur'an. Who taught him? Allah. Who can teach you and me? Allah. But you and I have to become students in the college of Allah. And you have to ask, where is the college of Allah? It's not in a particular building. It's life. And the textbook, the prescribed textbook is the Qur'an. So, in Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 56, part of the training of the Prophet, and I present it to myself and you in conclusion, Qul. So this is something he was asked to make very public. He was asked to make this very public. Inni nuhitu an a'buda alladhina tad'una min dunillah. I have been prevented. I was not allowed. It was not made permissible for me. It was not one of the do's that I could have participated in. I was strictly prohibited from obeying, making ibadah to that which you call upon and you reach out and you feel that your comfort zones and your happiness and your progress and your enhancement lie in. This is something for analysis. And as I told you, this Prophet did not bring religion. This word ibadah is wrongly translated to mean religion. Ask any Arab who knows the language, or any non-Arab who knows the language, or look to the lexicon. The word ibadah is Arabic. It comes from the Arabic verb abada, and it means غاية التذلل. بالعربية غاية التذلل. It means the extreme form of loyalty and submissiveness and humility. And that can only come through the intelligence. So in Arabic you may define ibadah as ta'a bil khushu'i wa tadhallul. Ibadah is all about obedience. But an obedience bil khushu'i wa tadhallul. An obedience where one is not forced to obey, but one is happy to obey. One realizes that everything lies in obeying and following these rules, these concepts, these principles. Ask the doctors, ask the lawyers, ask the engineers, ask the professional people how important it is to follow the fundamental rules of their profession. How important it is for us to respect the fundamental rule of gravity. Could we negate this rule? We need to understand that this messenger had no place to play in the things people generally call upon as God. Look for help. Look for guidance. Look for rescue. Look for relief. I leave this with yourself and myself. Hopefully the next time we will continue this dialogue. I consider it a dialogue. I'm talking to myself. It's part of my understanding of this Qur'an and this dynamic personality. And RHMA presents this opportunity for me and you to share it, and to share it with the world. Because these khutbahs are all over the world. And there are people who are listening and who are struggling with what is their popular Islam. And anybody who wants to live life and take charge of their life, then you need the Qur'an, not as a book of ritual. You need the Qur'an as a dynamic philosophy of politics, of economics, of sociology, of family life, of education, and of the deen of Allah. We beg Allah to bless all His apostles and messengers, that their wealth and their memory live on in us, not emotionally, alone. We can do it without emotion, but more than with emotion, with sincere respect and value and conviction that they did not use the energies of their life in vain. They did not give their all in vain. They really were great human beings who loved people, who wanted to share with people, especially in their moments of predicament, the ways to escape the wrath that our hands have brought in our society, in our times. Let us turn to Allah in salah. As we are told, وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةِ لِذِكْرِ. I hope we can develop the dhikr of Allah in reality through all the good things we attempt to do. As-salah.